Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Sunday the 7th of January 2024 and this is Flosstube number 87. If you're new here, and I know I've got quite a few new subscribers, so I hope you like what you see. This is a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts and I also talk about walks or travels that I've been on recently. If you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to be chatting with you all again. I'm out of breath because I just had to run downstairs because I forgot something. Yeah, so I want to thank Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching. Last week in their video they made me their gold floss tuber, and from that I got quite a few new subscribers, so thank you so much. I hope you like what you see. So yeah, so thanks so much to Pam and Steph. So I've got quite a lot to show you this week. I did quite a lot of stitching over the Christmas holidays, so let's get started. I'm going to start with two fully finishes. The first one is this. It's Think Happy, Be Happy Raw by Bent Creek, and I've made it into a drum with a nice blue top and a black bottom. So yeah, so that's my drum that I've made. And then the other thing I've fully finished is this. This is Be Happy by Margaret. It was a cover kit in Cross Stitch magazine several years ago. I finished it a few months ago, and then I've made it into hanging with some bee fabric on the back and then cord around the outside for the hanger. So there's that. They're my fully finishes. And then this is what I had to run downstairs for because I completely forgot to bring it up with me. This is a finish. It's not a fully finish, but it's a finish. And this is Christmas Sparkle Bee Ornament by Just Nan. I started it one day, finished it the next. I showed it in my last video and I finished it that day. Can't remember what this fabric is. But yeah, this is Sparkle Bee. So yeah, lots of beads on there. It's using all the code for DMC. There's a Kringles in there which is a gold one. It's not the code for gold, but I just found another gold Kringles in my stash and used that. That bee in the middle is an little charm. So yeah, I just need to finish it now, fully finish it into a little ornament, and it'll be ready to put on the tree next year. So yeah, that's that one. So I've also got several new starts from over Christmas. The first two were my Christmas new starts, and I started them on Christmas Eve because I knew Christmas Day I wouldn't get much time to stitch. I did stitch, but I thought I'll start them on Christmas Eve and then I could get a good start on them. The first one is Santa's Secret by Dimensions. Seen this several times being stitched. Just had to start it, and that is my start. So yeah, that's one the darker side of his face and part of his nose, and I've got one eye done. So yeah, that's my start on that. I'm just using the fabric that was in the kit and the threads that were in the kit. So, yeah. And then the other Christmas start I had was this one, which is A Classic Christmas by Hands On Design. A very kind lady sent me this in a parcel with the fabric and the threads, and it's the code for fabric. There's a sticker on the back. It is 32 count country French golden needle, and that is my start on that. So yeah, get that out of the way. So yeah, made a start on that one. And then this one, the Coffee Break Stitches on Zoom Facebook group are very enabling, extremely enabling. I started this. This is Twisted Christmas Sampler by Northern Expressions Needlework. I saw it and I just thought, yeah, I have to get that, and I started it. So yeah. And that is my start. Now this is actually the restart. I did start it on some 28 count opalescent fabric and I wasn't happy with the coverage. This is 32 count summer khaki linen, and I just love it. So yeah, lots of specialist stitches in there. So that's as much as I got done, using all the code for DMCs. So yeah, that'll get stitched on again at some point. And then the next new start is my New Year new start. It's also for the year of full coverage, with the coffee stitches on Zoom. It's for the 365 days of stitching with Stitch Head Facebook group. I'll put links to all these down below, and it's my first letters of the month. And this, I'm gonna have to print this out again, it's got a bit grubby, but yeah, this is Daisy Offerings by Heaven and Earth, artwork by Sandra Cook. Been wanting to start this for a long time, and now I've started it. So I'm stitching on it every day, Monday to Sunday, so 7 days a week, doing at least 50 stitches a day on it, and that is my progress. Now this is the DMC easy guide, and as you can see there's lots of darker lines, but yeah, I've got quite a bit of white done there. I'm on the second page. I started at the top because somebody had mentioned in my last proper video that you better starting at the top, so I've started at the top, and then yeah, that's my progress so far. As I said, I'm doing at least 50 stitches a day. I know on New Year's Day, when I first started it, I did just under 500 stitches, but yeah, so that's my start on it. Still in the queue. It's going to be staying in the queue snap because I'm stitching on it every day. I've already stitched on it today. As I said, this bit here, where are we? Here, it's just white, so it's just lines of white. Just white stitches, so yeah, so there you go. And then this next one, another copy break stitches on Zoom thing. I've started Holly Lane. As you know, this was one of the ones I wanted to get during the year, and I managed to get it. Got it on eBay. I'm doing it as part of the calendar sale on Coffee Break Stitches. So you basically break it into 12 pieces and do a piece a month. So that's roughly the bit how I'm doing it. I've separated it properly on the chart. So I'm on this bit at the minute. This is piece 1. So yeah. That's that. And then that is my progress so far on that. So yeah, I'm using the kit fabric, which is I think it's 14 count Ada. I'm using the kit threads. So yeah, so that's going to get stitched on, and that's all my new starts. So yeah, that's all my new starts. Next is all my whips, and I've got quite a few whips to show you. Starting off with my dragon, Dragon Field Notes by UnconventionalXStitch, Unconventional Cross Stitch, artwork by Hope Christopherson. And as you can see, I'm nearly at the page finish. Nearly, as in, I don't know if I'll finish it this week, but it'll get finished at some point. So there you go. That's my dragon. So yeah, I stitch on this Monday to Friday when my husband's at work usually, but I did stitch on it over Christmas, apart from Christmas Day and Boxing and New Year's Day. And I stitch on it for about an hour. I've got a daily target of 120 stitches, which when I'm on the words is easily done. I do like over 200 stitches in an hour when I'm on the words, but when I'm on the dragon and it's a full coverage thing in there, lots of different shades of green in there, that green there, lots of different shades of brown. I'm lucky if I manage to get my 120 in an hour. So yeah, very confetti heavy in that, inside that dragon. So yeah, that's my dragon. It's up to date. So yeah, my next one is Charland's stocking. I'm stitching this on Sundays. I've not stitched on it yet today. We'll get stitched on later today. Stitching this for my granddaughter Beatrix. Stitching it as part of Sunday stocking sale, which I found out from Amy Loves Toads, and that's my progress so far. So yeah, This is 18 count Florber. I think it's just natural, and I'm stitching using the equivalent DMCs, number 5 pearl. A few people asked me questions about this on the comments on my last video. Yeah, on number 5 pearl, you just use it as it comes off the skein. You don't separate threads or anything, you just use it as it is. And I stitch over 2 threads on 18 count Florber. So yeah, so as you can see, it's not too far off a finish. Just all that bottom bit left to do, and then the name at the top. So there we go. That's my stocking. And then I had a thing for Christmas stitching in between Christmas and New Year. Yeah, so I did a few Christmas things. So this first one is Twas the Night by Sue Hillis Designs. When I've pulled it out, I only had Nicholas and Be There. That's all that was on it. And then I think it was Boxing Day. I just got it out, and we had a lazy day on the Boxing Day. It's like a chill day for us because we've done everything on Christmas Day. Boxing Day is just, let's just sit and watch telly all day. So that's what we did, and I stitched, and I got all that done. And I'm using all the call for threads. This fabric is, where are we? 28 count Fairy Dreams Brittany Regana by Pole Stitches. I just love the font that Stockings is done in. So yeah, that's got quite a good lot of progress on it. Happy with that. There we go. And then my next one, another Christmas one, is my Christmas list by Silver Creek Samplers. I'm stitching this on 32 count Pole Stitches fabric. I don't know what it is. It was from when I was not recording what I did it on. And that is what I've got done so far. So this time I did this line here, wrapping presents, and I did these presents. Now on the picture there's actually a year there, it's 2017, but there's nothing on the chart to show you how to change it, so I just did it as a blank blue present. And the other difference in this is I put double L for woolen, which is the English spelling of woolen. I just amended that when I did it so I could fit in the double L. This is all using the call for threads, DMC. So yeah. And then another Christmas one is Kringles by Little House Needleworks. I didn't have much done on this, and I saw Laurie at Once Upon a Stitch. She'd finished hers, I think, and then I thought I need to get mine out, and that's what I got done. So this is being stitched, I've just covered up my notes. This is being stitched on 30 count Parisian grey linen by Access Commodities, and basically all I had done was the top part of the 2 windows, because it was the bottom of a page. So all I'd done was the top part of these 2 windows. So basically I finished this window here. This window's finished. I did the brickwork in the middle there, and then I've done this side of this block because that's the end of the page there. But apart from the clock face, the clock face is supposed to be done in over I swear metallic, but I didn't have that, so I just used the gold blending filament. The other swirl was meant to be done with 1 thread of a DMC, so I just used 2 threads of the DMC and 1 thread of blending filament, just to give it that little bit of a sheen. So yeah, so that's the Kringles. And then what day was it? Was it New Year's Eve? It could have been. Hannah Wolstenholme, who's on YouTube, FLOSSTUBE, she had a special birthday sale. It was a fancy lady birthday sale, so I pulled out Royal Holiday, and I know so many people will be glad that I pulled this out. I pulled out Royal Holiday to stitch on in that one day as part of that, and here she is. Here's Royal Holiday. That side, isn't it? Yeah. So she's stitched on 32 count. Where are you? Dusky Rose Murano Oregano by Pole Stitches. And this time I stitched over here. So I stitched the ribbons that come down. I filled in this here. I did some over here. And I had to pull a bit out here because it was wrong. I think I noticed it last time I stitched on it and I just left it where I just pulled it out this time. So yeah, so I've stitched on her for that day. And then it was New Year's Day, so it was all my new starts. So yeah, so she got some progress on her. So yeah, Royal Holiday by Mirabilia. So, yeah. And then these are my acrostic pieces that I did a little video about. The first one is Coffee or Wine Today by New York Dreamer. And that is what I've got done. So I've done the little cups there. I finished off things. I did these coffee beans. I finished off change. I've done this bit here. And then I've done the word to. So yeah. That's what I've done on there. This is 32 count light mocha Belfast linen. And I'm using the code for hand dyed threads. Gentle Arts, I think. And then my last whip is Yonder by Hello from Liz Mathews. As I mentioned in one of my whip parades, I've pulled this out a few times to doing acrostics and it's never got stitched on because I've run out of time. So I made sure it was one of the first ones I did. And I finished stitching on it this morning. And that is what I've got done. So basically, whoop, I've stitched this house here, finished this house, and then I've done the brown line underneath, and I started the brown line here, and when I finished the thread I just stopped stitching on it. So I've made some progress on Yonder. This fabric is 32 count dirty Belfast linen. So yeah, happy I got some progress on that. I've brought these other two up. But I've not stitched on them yet. Got a big thread on there. I've brought Sweet Dreams up. As I said in my whip parade, this is my oldest whip. And all that needs doing is that wreath on it. And somebody's challenged me to get this finished this year. So, pardon me, I'm taking them up on their challenge. I'm going to sew some white fabric around the edges. Because when I tried to put it in the Q-snap, there just wasn't enough room to actually stitch on the bits. So I'm going to sew some fabric on. I've got some white fabric, so I'm going to sew around the edges. And that will help to finish her off and when I come to frame her when she is finished. So that's why she's here. I'm going to leave her on the table so she actually gets some work done on her. And then because I said I was showing all my other whips in this video, I've brought up Celtic Christmas by Lavender and Lace because I am supposed to be stitching on her right now as part of my seasonal sale, but I haven't even touched her. She's been sat downstairs waiting for me to touch her in my Q-snap, waiting for me to work on her, and I've not done anything on her yet. So I've brought her because she's the last whip that I've not shown. My light's going. My ring light, I forgot to put it on charge after my whip parade, my last whip parade, and it's fading, but I think the light's bright enough from the window, so we're not so bad. Okay, so that's all my whips, all my new starts, my finishes, my fully finishes. So let's get on to the giveaway. So in my last proper video, if you didn't know, I've done 3 whip parades in the last week. A few people had asked me to do whip parades, so there's 3 parts to it. Right, so there were 2 giveaways in my last video. You had to say the number 1 or number 2. Number 1 was this one, which is Guardian Angel by Lavender and Lace. The winner is Anne Shaheen 3188. So congratulations, Anne. If you send me a message or an email, information's down below. I'll get this in the post to you as soon as possible. And number 2 was Victorian Dollhouse by John Elliott. And the winner of this is Stitching by the River 8666. So congratulations if you can get in touch with me, and I'll get that in the post to you. So that's that one. See, of course, now the sun decides to go down, so I think it's bright enough. We'll see how things go. I've not put the big light on because I know it washes things out. Right, now then, I've got quite a lot, and I've got 2 sides of notes today. What shall we do next? Shall we start with, how I'm picking my acrostics. So, in my whip parade, I said I'm changing how I'm picking my acrostics. So, basically what I've done, I've printed out little things of all my whips. Just trying to get this bag over the hook. Right, so I've printed out little slips of all my whips and cut them up, and then I've put them in these bags. So you can see, let's find S is quite big. There's quite a lot in S. So I've cut them up and put them in the bag. If they've got a title that's more than one word, and each word starts with a different letter, they've gone into different bags. I've printed it out 3 times or whatever and put them in different bags. So for example, my Christmas list will be in the bag M, the bag C, and the bag L for list, my Christmas list. So that's what I've done. So when the new acrostic word comes out, I'll use these bags, and I'm actually going to film myself doing this. I'll either do it in an actual video, or I'll do it as a separate thing and then edit it into the video. And then I can't think, oh, I don't want to stitch on that, I'm going to pick something else out. I'm going to do that. The only way that I wouldn't be stitching on something that I draw out is if I've stitched on it the month before. As I said in my last video, I don't like stitching on something twice in 2 months. So if that's the case, if I draw something out and I've already stitched on it in that month, in the month before, that won't get stitched on. I then go to my spreadsheet later and go off the designer name. So I'll pick something from the designer with that letter. So yeah, that's how I'm going to draw it out. Then I'll touch things that haven't been touched in a while. That's the theory behind it. Any new starts that have, so for example, well, Daisy Offerings probably won't get put in here because I'm stitching at it every day anyway. But for example, Santa's Secret, that'll get put in here. So any new starts, I'll just add them to the bags as I go along. And then, yeah, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have a good selection of things that I've stitched on. And you'll get to see what I draw out. And then I'll also make a short video, like I have been doing in the past couple of months, to show what the things look like before I stitch on them. So yeah, there you go. So that's my plan for picking out my acrostic pieces, whichever acrostic I choose to do. So that's that. Plans for January. Right. During this next year, I'm going to be doing a lot of going out to places to see other stitchers, because that's what I like doing. So for plans for January, I'm going to the theory is that I'm going to the Cheshire Stitchers meetup, which is next weekend, and then now it's been advertised, I can tell you about Stitch, Laugh and Learn Saturdays. I'm going to read out what Sam has put on the thing on Facebook about this. A friendly group hosted by Yorkshire Stitchers retreats where like-minded individuals can come together, indulge in their craft, have fun and learn something new. So these are going to be on at least once a month over the year. They're held in Rastrick, which is Brighouse, which is near Leeds, Huddersfield, that area in Yorkshire. I may or may not be involved over the year. But yeah, I'm going to go to that. I think it's on the 27th this month. I'll have put a thing up about it. If you're interested, go to the Yorkshire Stitchers Retreats Facebook group and find out more. You get food. It's a full day. It's a Saturday, full day. And you pay £10. There may be other charges depending on what the activity is, but you can just go and stitch and talk with other people. but yeah, I'm going to go to the January one of that. So yeah, so that's January plans. I'm also going to the North East Stitchers retreat in February, Yorkshire Stitchers retreat in March, Wrexham in June, and then the Yorkshire Stitchers in October. So yeah, lots of things going on, but that's what I'm going to try and do this year. I need to get out and about and meet new people and things, chat with other stitchers. So yeah, so if you're interested in any of those, Cheshire Stitchers has a Facebook group. I'll put links down below in the description box for those. And yeah, let's see what happens with that. Right, let's go on to knitting. So I've started a new knitting thing. And all the Coffee Craft stitchers have got a knit and crochet stitch along. So I've started knitting this. I'll show you the better picture on the back of the jacket. That's the jacket. So I'm knitting it for my granddaughter Skylar. I'm hoping I can get the scarf, hat and gloves done as well. And basically you knit these top bits first. So you knit the top front, the top back and the sleeves, and then this at the bottom you cast on along this edge here, and then it goes round to the other end. So it ends up as a long piece, and then you sew them all together. So I've started knitting that, and I've done the fronts. So it's a lovely red, this. It's GMC Brett Marble Chunky. I'll get the band in a minute. But they're the fronts. So yeah, it's like you can see, it's variegated stuff. So yeah. And this is the yarn, GMC Brett Marble Chunky, and the shade is MC14. So yeah, so that's my knitting up to now. I need to cast on the back. I tend to do it when I go to the Knit and Natter group that I do in Blackburn Library. I finished the second front on Thursday, and I didn't want to try casting on while I was at Knit and Natter because you're busy chatting. It's really hard to cast on, making sure you've got enough stitches. So I'm going to cast on before the next knitting, and then I can knit the back when I'm at the library. So that's that one. What's next? Let's talk about the walk I went on yesterday. I actually went on a walk yesterday. First one in about 2 months. Ow. I now have a sore foot, as I just caught it. I've got like a trapped nerve in my ankle, and it's really bothering me today. But yeah, it was 6.5 miles from a place called Wealton in Lancashire. Yesterday was the first decent day we've had since before Christmas. My husband was off work for 2 weeks, week before Christmas and then Christmas week, and it rained the whole time. And then yesterday I'd already said I'm going on this walk, I need to do this walk, and we got up yesterday and it was a lovely chilly frosty morning. It was brilliant, blue skies, brilliant for walking. So I went, and I think there were 13 of us all together. It was Springvale Rambling class from Darwin, and yeah, it was lovely. I'll do a little slideshow at the end of the pictures. So yeah, it was a lovely walk. I think I'm going to walk next weekend. Going off, because I've not walked for a couple of months, I'm not just going to go straight back into 10-mile walks, because it can be hard work. So I'm going to go walking again next weekend when it's the shorter walks, and then give that a couple of weeks, and then maybe try a 10-mile walk. So yeah, so back into my walking. And I'm feeling a lot better. As I said in my last video, get Christmas, New Year out the way, and I feel okay. I'm fine. It's just December. Does it every year. August is pretty much the same. It's not quite as bad because August is the anniversary month, but it's not as bad. But December, I'm always down. I won't say depressed, because I have been depressed in the past, and it's not that bad. I just have a low mood, crying over slight little things, and just don't want to interact with people. And then get New Year out the way and everything starts getting back to normal, and I'm fine. So yeah, so I'm fine now. So I thought, thanks for all the messages. I had loads of messages, but yeah, I am absolutely fine now. So right, let's have a look. I've got some happy mail now, and I've put them somewhere over there. I had a message on Instagram a couple of months ago from a lovely lady who wanted my address because she wanted to send me something, and then I finally got it yesterday. And I'd had a letter saying I had to pay some import VAT for this parcel, so I paid it, and then it came finally yesterday, and it's lovely. So I'm going to start with these. I know she sent it beginning of December, so yeah. So I got 2 lovely little pads, very handy. I use lots of paper, so thank you for those. One's got a lovely thing about friendship. A friend is one who reaches for your hand and touches your heart. So yeah, thank you. And then there's this. Now there's a pen, 5 enclosure notes and 5 envelopes, and 1 self-stick fancy notelet. So yeah, lovely little things, lovely flowers on there. So yeah, thank you for those. I've not opened anything. Like I said, I only got them yesterday. I'm going to show you this thing next. I'm going to move them in case they decide to fall or we get any crackling from that plastic. Now then, this is already open because I have this. Right, I'm going to show you this. Look at this. This is a lovely little wallet, plastic, fabric wallet, and inside are some interchangeable circular needles. So these are, I think these are 2.5mm, and then you've got all these different wires to put these on, and then there's one there as well. There's a couple there. So yeah, these are all the interchangeable knitting needles, and then there's also some double pointed needles. I've put them in a box and it's sliding off my knee. So yeah, so I love that. So I'm gonna have a go at knitting some socks using a circular needle, because this one, I think this one's perfect size for doing some socks on. It's only a thin one, a little one. So yeah, so thank you so much for those. I'm going to keep her anonymous, as I did tell her I'd keep her anonymous. Yep. It's come from America. Right, and then I've got these charts. So, let's see how we do with these. So, first one. Pin Feathers by Brenda Javert. So, with thy needle and thread. So, there's that one. That's so cute. Put them back there. And then there's this one, the Sweetheart Tree, and it's called Blue Mountain Bunny. Yeah. See, we aren't getting the glow from the light, but now it's dying a death. So, Heartstring Sampler, Red Baby, it's cold outside. I'm not sure if I've still got this or whether I gave it to somebody. I'll have to have a look. I might give some of these away and giveaways. We'll see. But yeah. This one is Summer Schoolhouse, lesson number 3, Brenda Javert. So, yeah, that's that one. I love this at the back. This is another Brenda Javert, Indigo Lane. Yeah, and I love the pinky pattern, the drum on the back. I just love that. Yeah. This is another Brenda Javert, House of Blues and Browns sampler pillow. So, yeah. And then we have Stacey Nash Primitives, Boxwood Manor Sewing Book and Thread Keep. Yeah. Just love them. This one is Stacey Nash Primitives, Houses of Berries, Chapel Road, Turkey Hollow Farm. Yep. This is another Brenda Javert, the Gilmore House Sewing Tray. Yeah. And then Little House Needleworks Thread Gathering Special Edition. Just love that one. Sing a Song of Seasons by Blackbird Designs, Loose Feathers series for the birds, number 5. Blackbird Designs, Where My Heart Blooms, Loose Feathers, pattern 29. And then Blackbird Designs, Splendid September, the stockings. So I love these. I already have a few of these stockings ones, but I'm sure I've not got the September. And then they're the other two that you can do. And then Thankful November stockings, again from Blackbird Designs. So there's that one. And then there's those two. And this is it's like an applique all through the night, Frosty Friends. So yeah, I'll have to have a go with that. And then this is All Through the Night Jack. I just love that snowman. That's a cross stitch one. And then Little House Needleworks, 12 Days of Christmas. Okay. I love this. This is one I've been wanting for a while, just never got it. Jack's Sweet Shop, Woolly Mina by Plum Street Samplers. The sheep. And then Plum Street Samplers, Friends of the Heart. I love the deer on this. There we go. And then this is a freebie chart from Pine Mountain Designs, Home for Christmas. It's just a chart for it. And then we've got Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. That house looks like a monster. I know a lot of people have stitched this. Yeah. I love this one. Cornwall Cottage Sampler by Rosewood Manor. That basket looks like a beast. So yeah. And then Gingham Hearts by Twisted Threads. I'll have to see if I can get some of that fabric. So yeah, that's that one. That's that. So thank you so much to the lady who sent me those. Very much appreciated. Right. Now then, all I've got left to talk about are the FLOSSTUBERS I've been watching recently. So over Christmas and New Year, I was getting up early, so I'd watch FLOSSTUBE when I got up. And I watched quite a few whip parades. So some of these are whip parade people that I watch and I'm now subscribed to the channel. Others are just people who I've watched. So I'm going to start at the top. Crafty Stitchers put a video up last night. I watched it this morning. Isn't it really good to see them again and see them in the same room? Stitchy Sally, August 1823 Stitchers. The Museum Stitcher, somebody I've not seen before, and I watched the whip parade, so I'm now a subscriber. Needleberry Stitcher, I watched her whip parade, again, new subscriber. Of course, Just Keep Stitching. Thank you again for making me gold FLOSSTUBER. The Redneck Bifocal Stitcher, I am so sorry I missed you off my list last time. Of course I watch you all the time, just completely missed you off my list last time. Zook Stitch. No, Zook Stitch. CZOOK Stitch. Zook Stitch. I'll put links to all these down below anyway. But yeah, another whip parade I watched. Stitching by the Shore. I do watch most of her videos anyway, but yeah, I've been watching her over Christmas. Elizabeth Stitch. Somebody asked me, because in my whip parade I showed most of the project bags that I've either made myself or I've got from other people, and somebody asked me whose tutorial I used for making my own, and it's Elizabeth Stitch. So I'm going to put a link down below to her. I've watched Helen D over Christmas, and also Animal Instinct. Somebody recommended her to me, and I watched her over Christmas. Yeah, new subscriber. So yeah, so I've watched all those over Christmas. I've probably watched more than that, but they're the ones I've made a note of. So yeah, so they're all the Flosstubers. I think I've talked about everything now. I think I have. So yeah, so hoping to go on some more walks in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll have more pictures to show you. Yeah, going to be doing stitching on all my things, carrying on with the acrostic, stitching on my daily things. But yeah, hopefully getting some done on Sweet Dreams by Lavender and Lace. I'm going to put some fabric on her today so I can get some work done on her. So yeah, so I'll be back. I have a new calendar with big numbers on so I can see it. I'll be back the weekend of the 20th or 21st of January. Not sure which day yet. Depends what's going on that weekend. But yeah, I hope you all have a good 2 weeks. Happy stitching. Take care of yourselves and those you love. Be kind always. Always be kind. And bye for now.